In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you all of the cultural shocks I experienced when I just relocated to Poland some few years ago. I know that we all have our cultures, and that's what makes us unique, which is quite beautiful. But as a Nigerian, when I just came to Poland, there were so many things that I experienced that are still surprising to me, and I want to share all of that with you. These are all of my personal experiences, and yes, I I hope it's not weird to you when you hear most of them. So stay tuned.
No hubiera pensado que yo me iba a enamorar, jamás no quería saber nada más, nunca más. Pero vos apareciste de repente.
Hi guys, it's a girl Anita. Welcome back to my channel. If you're just meeting me for the first time, hey, hello, how are you? And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for tuning in again. I really do appreciate you. I see you, and it does mean a lot that you trust me. And also guys, if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, what are you waiting for? Please, 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 please subscribe, join the family, and let us continue to grow. We have actually grown so much in these few weeks, few months, and I am grateful. I owe it all to you guys. Thank you for the support, your constant support. It does mean a lot. And yeah, let's dive right into the video without no further ado. I am going to be starting this list from the beginning. The very first shock I experienced was in the airport when I just arrived, and it was the language. Now, I'm not talking about the language being difficult. I knew that in Poland, Polish was a major language, but in my mind, I just felt like, yes, Polish is a major language, but persons who speak English, people will have dual citizenships or dual languages, multilingual, stuff like that. I just assumed that, nah, people will speak English. I'll speak English to people and stuff like that. I know I might have to learn the language, but it might not be 100%. Like it wouldn't be a do or die thing. So yeah, when I arrived at the airport and we were doing the whole check-in at the point of entry, they spoke Polish, and I was like, okay. I wasn't really understanding, but I felt like, okay, maybe we need to get better. And we passed that stage. I was picking up my luggage from the baggage claim, and everybody was speaking Polish. And I was like, okay, I think this is going to be a very serious issue. I needed to change my money from from euros to zloty so that I could take taxis and stuff like that. And at the counter, everybody was speaking Polish. And that was when it dawned on me that, okay, Anita, it wasn't what you thought. You might not be able to survive the night if you don't download a translator. Guys, I literally downloaded a translator at the airport because it wasn't real. It felt so unreal to me. I'm like, what? So I have to use a translator to communicate with people. I felt like, okay, maybe they would speak English, but nah. At that point, it was Polish, 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 Polish. Even when I took a taxi, it was with a translator of Polish. I'm going to the train station. Myself and my friend, we actually did meet on our way here, and it was just like that. And I'm like, oh wow. So basically, Polish was actually that's the major, and I feel like the only language. It took until recent times where you find young persons tend to speak English. At times when I came, man, it was really challenging because everybody was speaking Polish. Rarely did people speak English to me, and that was one of the major. In fact, that was the shock of my life. I called my mom. I was already ranting to everybody like, nobody's speaking English to me. God, I don't know how I'm going to survive. Like, it felt so unreal. But yeah, eventually we found a lot of young people that speak English, and yeah, it was later I realized that okay, maybe we can survive this with a translator and also with one or two people that speak English around you. Yeah, so that was my major shock was when I arrived and noticed that Polish was like Polish. Like there was actually no other thing like second language English. I initially used to assume that maybe their second language would be English, but that was a wrong assumption. And yes, that was my first shock. Takes us to the second shock of my life. The second shock was the weather. Like I'm giving it to you step by step. I arrived in December. The weather, so it was winter proper, guys. That day, as just like when I was leaving Nigeria, I wore like a cardigan and I held a jacket. Later in Turkey, I wore the jacket because I was cold. Guys, I arrived also. Immediately, I came out of that the slide door at the exit of the airport. It hits me like you needed to see this wind, guys. You can't see wind, but you needed to feel this wind. It's was it the wind or was it the cold? My mouth was smoking. Hey God, same. When I was relocating, I felt like um I know abroad is cold. I see it in the movies. I really don't have so many family members that we really talk about their life abroad. I know I have some family members abroad, but we really don't really talk. So I really do not know that this winter it's different. I just used to assume that okay, maybe it is on the standard of the AC, just increase the AC to a certain level. That is what winter is about. That was in my head. Guys, do you know that I literally, when this weather, like when this wind and the cold hits me and my mouth was smoking, I had to rush back in, open my luggage, and look for cardigans. Like I literally ended up wearing three cardigans on the jacket. I was still cold though, but at least it was better compared to when I just wore one cardigan and a jacket. So that was another thing that hit me. It hits differently. Like I never knew that this weather that they are talking about, this winter, is like that. Like it's nothing compared to AC. And then I'm like, oh my God, I never knew. So that was a shock, like a great shock to me. Then another thing about the weather that was a shock to me. It wasn't at that moment, sha. It was few day. I think the next day because it was winter. Yeah, the next day, and I was talking to my mom. I went out, and it was 3 o'clock. Everywhere was dark. I was talking to my mother on the phone. I said, "Mommy, God, it was so." See, I think till now I am still not done. I'm still always shocked, but it's different compared to that time. I was almost thinking there was eclipse. Like that was how scared I was. I felt like maybe it was eclipse. What's going on? Like everywhere was dark at after 3. No, 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 that one shook me beyond my expectation. So under weather, it was not the fact that it wasn't just the fact that it was cold. It was also the fact that at about after 3, everywhere had gone dark. And I'm like, oh my God, what is going on? I was scared. Then I had to ask questions, and he told me that that's how it gets dark after 3, so during winter. And when it is summer, I noticed that 10 p.m., 10:30 p.m., the sun is setting. Like those were some shocks that I would still not be able to like just feel. I won't be able to see it as normal. I don't think I'll stay here for 10 years and it will be normal to me. Because when I still go to work and I'm in the office during winter and it's already to 4 after 3, everywhere is getting dark. God, the only place I want to be when it's dark is home. Do you get like in Nigeria when it's dark, I'm home. So just imagine everywhere is dark and you are still in the office using your computer. It's still unreal. Like tomorrow, I still feel the shock of that weather. But it is what it is, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. So that's another thing that shocked me about the weather. The way it gets very bright around 3 a.m. during summer, everywhere is already bright. You can't even sleep well. You have to use dark blinds. If you have like a glass house or you live in a place that you have glass windows, you have to use the darkest of the darkest curtains. If not, you won't sleep, your children won't sleep, which is really, really crazy. So yeah, that was another thing that actually did shock me as an international student or as an immigrant in Nigeria who just relocated to Poland. The third thing was time. Guys, time. Emphasis on that word, time. Do you know that when I came to Poland, I went out. Everybody was walking like soldier. I'm like, where are they running to? Me, I didn't have a job, so it was just school, and I really didn't have any reason to be in such a hurry. But literally everybody was in a hurry. Either they're in a hurry going to the train station or they're in a hurry going to the bus station. But sure, they are always in a hurry. They were always walking with speeds and okay. Then I noticed that if for instance, you have to take a bus and the bus is to move like 5 a.m. or 5 p.m. and you are there 1 minute after 5, you will miss it. Like these buses are so on time. Even when there's going to be a delay, you will see the delay on the application. It happens because there are some situations that are beyond control. So it's understandable, but it is not often. It is rare. Or is it you want to take a train? Be late 1 second, you will miss it. Me, African man, do you know how long it took me to adjust? Do you know how long it took me to adjust to all of those things? Or is it when I want to have parties and I invite my friends, my Polish friends? Oh my God, my brothers and sisters. When I want to have parties and I want to invite my Polish friends, you know what I tell them? If the party is to start normally, I plan that, okay, this party should start by 3 p.m. When I'm inviting my Polish friends, I used to tell them, please come by 4:30. Because I know that at the end of the day, they end up being the only one that will come on time. They will be so on time. 4 o'clock is 4 o'clock. They'll be here 4 o'clock. In fact, they'll be here 3:59 or 3:58, and they will ring the bell downstairs, or they will call me. I am downstairs. Can I come upstairs? 2 minutes to the time. They are so punctual. So I had to start telling them, okay, if I'm supposed to have a party by 5, I'll tell them, please come 6:30 because I know that my people, my African people, and African man time, 5 and 6. And for that reason, I always have to tell my friends 2 hours. I will increase the time for them so that they will always come when people are coming. Instead of them to come and they will get tired. Or is it meetings? Or good, something happened to me. This is like when I was pregnant. I think on my 30th week, there was this ultrasound that I was supposed to go do. I'd done series of ultrasounds, but there was this particular one that they said they needed to check the child's metabolism, check one thing, check. It was just a whole lot of checking though, and I was scheduled for this appointment in another city because they said that the same clinic that was attending to me though, but another they wanted me to visit another doctor in another city for this ultrasound. Guys, my train to that city was like 55 minutes, and unforeseen occurrences happened, and that was how my train got delayed. Story. To cut the long story short, I arrived instead of 3:10. I think I arrived at about 3:30 or 3:15. Like it wasn't even more than 10 minutes. I was late. I was never attended to. I couldn't even reschedule my appointment because once you pass that week, you have passed that week. I got there, I saw the doctor like this. Guys, I cried because I'm a young mom now. What do I know? I was even scared, like, God, was this ultrasound so important? I begged this man, sir, please, it wasn't my fault. It was this. He said, sorry, you've missed your appointment. I have another patient. And after that patient, I have another patient. Hey, God, there was nothing I did not say. Sir, please, I can't wait. He said, I'm so sorry. There's nothing I can do. God, guys, that was when I knew that time in this place waits for nobody. That's the real definition of time waits. No, there is nothing like African man time. You have to be on time. If not, you will miss out on so many things. And that was a shock to me that, oh, people can be on this earth that 5 o'clock is 5 o'clock to them, 4 o'clock is 4 o'clock to them. It was new. And I think up to now, I'm just still getting used to the fact that you just have to be on time. So yeah, that's another shock that I experienced when I relocated to Poland. And the fourth one, guys, is PDA. Public display of affection, guys. God, I beg you. See, to me, as a Nigerian, that thing will forever and ever be a shock. If you see these people, God. Is it kissing, touching? They are doing anything. They don't care. No matter where you meet them. Train, oh, park, oh, bus station, oh, everywhere, they're kissing. They're touching. And guess what, guys? It even gets so annoying because sometimes these are just teenagers. You will see them kissing, hugging each other. I'm like, God, you see a young boy who is in high school holding his girlfriend's waist with so much, like, I'm like, what is going on here? How do people live like this? These people, they don't have parents. When my Nigerian mother will give me dirty slap, or even forget my mother is far. My neighbors, people that are in the street, people that don't know me, they will release it on me. I will explain. People that don't know me, they don't know me from Adam. They will attack me, attack my destiny, and ask me, who the hell are you? Why would you allow a boy to hold you? Guys, it is a norm. Like, it's a norm in Europe. Like, guys are kissing, hugging, in the train, oh, everywhere. Is it summer? During summer, if you are single, you can just die of depression. Abba, what is it? Me, if I want to beg, they should take it easy. What is it? Are they the first people to be in love? Ah, it's too much, oh. If you see them, kissing everywhere, everywhere. Or is it the same gender? God, guys, it goes beyond. The PDA is not about opposite sex. As in, same gender, you see them girl and girl. Ah, no, it is too much. Like, that one shocked me. It is still shaking me. Ah, no, no, it is too much. PDA, it is too much. It is everywhere. It's a norm in Poland that if you have boyfriend, if you have girlfriend, you can show them off. Me in Nigeria, hey, wait, who wants to show you off? But when your boyfriend will tell you that I don't even like PDA, in fact, it used to be among these criteria, things that they don't like and things that they like. My sister, come and see them here. All the African boys dating Polish girls and foreigners, they are doing PDA. They don't have a choice. But when they were in Nigeria, they will tell you, I don't used to like to hold my girlfriend in her waist. I don't like to kiss on the road. My brothers and sisters, they are kissing on the road now. All of them are holding waists up and down. Irony of life. Well, that is another thing that actually did shock me in Poland. And that takes us to the fifth thing that shocked me. Guys, I just arrived home. And I said, okay, let me go to supermarket to buy something. I got to supermarket. Was it Bedronka? I think it was Bedronka. Yeah, because Bedronka was the closest to my dormitory that day. Yeah, I went to Bedronka. And guys, lo and behold, I was done buying what I was buying. And I was checking a post there waiting for the lady to first of all help me pack my things. Nothing. I finished paying, guys. That was the weird part. I was done paying. The lady did not give me nylon bag. I look at her. I said, please, nylon bag. She did not give me nylon bag. She didn't give me nylon bag. She told me that I have to pay. And I'm like, I have to pay for nylon bag. Hey, I did not believe. That was not it all. That was not all. I had to pay to buy nylon bag. It's not expensive, but at least it is compared to Nigeria. It is expensive. It's plenty money in naira. It's almost depending. It's almost 200 naira to buy nylon bag. Ha. I said I bought nylon bag. I said okay. Madam was waiting for me to pack my load so that she can attend to the next person. Nigeria, where I would have been frowning by now. My money. I am paying for these things. Pack the bags. My brother, they shook me like, eh? I was so shocked. It is my duty to pack my things from the till. I'm packing it myself. It is my duty to buy nylon bag. I bought. After that day, nobody told me. Moving on, I was carrying school bag. School bag. Every time I'm going to the mall, I will carry school bag. Because I cannot be buying nylon bag. There's nothing I was doing with the bags. My brothers, that one, eh? In fact, tomorrow, sometimes I used to forget to carry bag. I used to be angry because I don't want to buy bag. So that's another shock that I experienced when I relocated to Poland. Was the fact that I have to buy bag and I have to clear my items from the till by myself when I finish buying with my own money. Unlike Nigeria, where you say someone will buy pure water of 10 naira, I'll tell you, put them for bag. Put down for nylon bag, Joe. Give me black nylon. Black nylon. God, I miss black nylon days. Yeah, I don't need to tell anybody black nylon because nobody will answer me. I'm the one that is buying my nylon myself because they are trying to limit waste, which is a really good thing. I won't even lie, which is really good. So if you want to glitter the country, buy it. Buy your waste yourself and litter it. Either ways, you can't even litter it too. Then another thing that shook me too was I went to the supermarket to buy water the day I arrived. Okay, water is Voda. I bought Voda and I went home. Brothers and sisters, I opened water. What I do? Shh, like Pepsi. And I'm like, water. Shh. Okay, I put it in my mouth. Water tasted like a tonic, like one of those tonics in Nigeria. I don't even remember the particular tonic, but it tasted like a tonic. And I'm like, it was like, what is this? No, I want to drink water. What is this? And I carried my phone, translator, and I opened it and looked at the bottle water. I put the translator, and I saw on the body, minerala water, meaning mineral water. And I'm like, mineral? What is mineral water? My brothers, I went to the supermarket the next day because that night I had to stay without drinking water. I went to the supermarket and I carried translator everywhere. I was looking like this. Guess what? Mineral water, distilled water, sparkling water, like gas water. I'm like, there's even infused water. Like, what is all of this kind of water? When did water become God, I beg. Like, when did water have so many branches? What happens to just basic water? Water. I'm looking for water, please. Do you know how long it took me to get the water of my choice till tomorrow? Like, we've lived here for several years now and we have stuck to one water brand because that was the only water that just sat well with me eventually. It was a shock. Do you know how many times I bought water that was not water? Like, I never knew. I remember when I was much younger, I've watched one of those comedy in Nigeria, Night of a Thousand Laughs, when they were talking about distilled water and sparkling water. My brothers, I felt it was just a joke. I didn't even know that those type of water really did exist. That they will even exist and they will exist in bottles for people to be drinking. Ah, and that was one of my shocks too when I came to Poland. That water thing, it was a shock, and yeah, I'm over it. But yes, it was one of the shocks I experienced. Another shock I experienced in Poland is these traffic rules, the way they are obeyed, guys. Ha! See, honestly, for almost 2 months, I was running when I was crossing the pedestrian. Sorry, not the pedestrian. When I was crossing the zebra crossing, I was still running. For more than 2 months, I was still running. But I noticed that the minute your leg steps on that first line, no matter where the car is coming from, the car will stop. Like, the car will not just stop, guys, until you are done crossing. Like, you are no longer on any line on that zebra crossing before that car will move. And I was shocked. I stood like this on the road and I'm like, really? Or is it the traffic lights? They will never beat it. In fact, the minute you beat it, you will see later in your house. So who is beating it? Nobody. Or is it now the walkways? The ones that are labeled for bikes, for your legs, for children, for pets, for like just name it, the walkways. Strictly and people strictly follow all of them. You can't see someone instead of walking on the walkway, walking on the main road. Like I was like, wow, why are these people acting like the government will come and flog them if they do something wrong? So it was a big shock to me here in Poland. When it's Friday, everybody parks their car, they go to club. If they drive to the club, they will leave their car there. They will pay for parking. They will come and pick it up the next day when they are sober. Because why? The minute they are caught drinking and driving, or they drove after they drank, they will seize their car, seize their license. Like, I never knew that all of those things were possible. It was a shock to me then, and it's still a shock to me now. And I feel like the reason why I'm even more like shocked is the fact that I feel like these people are doing these things. They are so cautious. You understand? They're paying so much attention to it. Like, they will beat them if they don't do it this way. Just that, like, who is going to flog you if you don't do it? They are acting like, if I don't do this thing right, the government will flog me. The government can send me out of the country. That's the way they're acting with so much decorum. And it is a shock to me till tomorrow. So that was another shock that I experienced. The fact that you can just be sleeping on the zebra crossing, nobody will talk to you. Or if you like, you dance. That's why you see a lot of people making video now, they are dancing and doing everything on the zebra crossing. Bro, nobody will talk to them. Until they are done, nobody will talk to them. Especially when you have that one that used to change to green, the zebra crossing for you, that will change green, red for you to cross. You can do anything for that 60 seconds. Nobody, no car will move. Nothing. Which is quite new. And yeah, for a while, it was really hard for me to like take my time to cross the road. I was always running until I figured out, okay, these guys, obviously, they are not in a hurry. Even though they need to be in their offices by 5, I think they leave their house 3 hours before that in order not to be late. So there's no need for me to run when I cross the road. And that was why how long it took me to like adjust to the system and tell myself, okay, I think I'm safe. I can cross like a normal person. That was one of the shocks that I experienced when I came to Poland. Another shock, guys, that I experienced in Poland is it has to do with first responders. You see all those first responders, from the fire service to the ambulance, all of them, just name it. They are on time. Like literally, sometimes when you call these people, and they come, it's like they are living in your house. 1 minute, 2 minutes. I don't know how they do it. It is still a mystery to me till tomorrow. Like, I do not know how they do it. The minute you call them, before you are dropping this phone, 1 minute, 2 minutes, they are already here. I remember this experience at the dormitory. I feel like in all of the dormitories, they have this I don't know what it is a sink or something, like it synchronizes with this fire service and places like that. I feel like it's common in places where you have students and stuff like that. They have this synchrony with the fire service, the like all of those first responders. It happened to me in the dormitory. I think maybe people were smoking in their rooms or they burnt something. I don't know what really happened that day. And the siren blew. Guys, the siren blew. Immediately we started hearing Uvaga, Uvaga. Like they were trying to announce that we should leave the dormitory. Everybody come downstairs. Guys, it wasn't up to 3 minutes. Hey, it wasn't up to 3 minutes. The entire like entrance, my dormitory was so big, like 10 floors or thereabouts. The entire ground floor, because we couldn't use the elevator, we had to use uh, the stairs because of the alarm. When there's an emergency like that, you don't use elevators, so we had to use the stairs. I lived on the 4th floor, so it wasn't so bad. People were coming from the 10th floor. Guys, before that were on the 10th floor got down, the entire area was packed with trucks, fire service, not just the trucks. Come and see these guys all marching and going. I'm like, woo, what's going on here? Like, it felt like a movie. I called my mom. I'm like, this is American movie in my front. Like, how is this even possible? Like, you need to see these guys. Like, they were so wow. And everybody was like, they went up, they went to go and look for the source of the fire or the source of the thing that triggered the alarm. And at the end of the day, I feel like I think it was someone that smoked or something, sure. But the most important thing was the fact that they were on time. Like before people that were on the 10th floor got down, they were already here. Like they were so on time. Or was it my friend, a friend of mine too, who was in labor, called the ambulance, and she said before she blinked, before she herself and her husband blinked, the ambulance was at their door. Like it was magical. So the first responders, the way they are at your beck and call. Oh my god. Oh my god. It is amazing. It is a shocker. Like I am still amazed as to how they do it. I started to ask myself, well, do they have stations in different places? Do they have stations in different streets? Because how do they respond so fast to all of these calls? So yeah, that was another shocker that I experienced in Poland. And also, one other thing that shocked me in this Poland is cigarettes, guys. Cigarettes. The number of people that smoke. And mind you, guys, if you see a pack of cigarettes, hey God, a pack of cigarettes, I think it's the most discouraging thing that I have ever seen in my life. If you see packs of cigarettes here, you will see people that have kidney disease. That's what they will draw on it, or people that are about to die. Like they're trying to tell you that this is what this cigarette consumption will do to you. But brothers and sisters, it changes nothing. The number of people that actually do smoke here, oh my God, it's amazing. The fact that even your pastor can be smoking, nobody cares. They're not even judgmental. Nobody cares. It's a norm. Like anybody can smoke. Children that don't even have access to buying cigarettes in the stores look for people that have access to beg them to buy for them. Like everybody is smoking. The one that will shock me the most is not just the fact that everybody is smoking, the fact that the way women are even smoking is with pride. If you're a woman in Nigeria and you're even smoking, nobody, even your own best friend, you will hide it from your best friend. Yeah. Oh my God, it's numb. I remember in school then, my department, one of my classmates, she smokes like they even have smoking break. In my place of work, there's smoking break. There's this girl in my office. Like every 30 minutes, that girl can come go downstairs for 2 minutes smoking break. Like it is so glorified smoking. I don't even know how, I don't know why. The one that shocks me the most is the ladies that actually do smoke because coming from Nigeria, oh my God, your judgmental neighbor that doesn't even know you, who your friend, your own friend will be judgmental to you and laugh at you and ask you why are you smoking? Why do you have such a bad habit? But what will they not tell you about smoking? Ha. Here in Europe, my brothers and sisters in Poland, it's a norm. Nobody cares. Everybody that wants to smoke is smoking. Nobody cares. And it was a shock to me. In fact, it is still a shocker to me that people actually do smoke that much. And yeah, that's another shock that I did experience in Poland. And moving on to another shock that's still is surprising in Poland is the fact that Poland is very quiet. Very quiet, guys. Very quiet. You don't hear loud music anywhere. People are not lousy. They are not loud. Nobody is screaming. I feel like I don't know. I don't know how they were built, but they are very quiet. They don't talk loud. You don't hear them arguing or fighting or doing all those things. They're very quiet. There's decorum, and that's why when you're a tenant and you're sharing an apartment with them, and you now come and you're playing loud music, they can easily call the police on you because no noise. Like you will literally stay in an apartment with them, and you will never hear their voices. You feel like the people really live here. And yes, they live there. Oh. They are living. You will hear their shoe because they used to wear all those quick shoe. You will hear their shoe every morning when they are going to work and when they are coming back. But when they enter their house like this, the houses are not all soundproof, but you would not hear their voices. And I think that one too is another thing that shocked me in Poland. The way Poland is very quiet and very I don't want to say silent, but it's very quiet in Poland, and people are really not screaming, and there is this kind of like a very serene environment for that reason. Yeah, that's another thing that shocked me in Poland. Another thing, guys, that shocked me. You know why I stopped numbering it? Because this they are all coming to me randomly, randomly. So I don't want to miss the numbers. So I just had to stop. I think I've listed more than 8 or 10. Another thing that shocked me in Poland, guys, is the fact that you go to a restaurant. Like I don't think it's common in all restaurants, but in so many places where you eat outside, when you go there, like KFC, and all of those stores that are located in the malls. Yes, let me use that word. All of these stores located in the malls. When you go there to eat, you, you that bought your food and paid for your food with your money, you will clear your plate. Mm-hmm. I went there. I bought my food, my own money. Oh, I paid for it. You will clear your plate by yourself. You will clear it. You will clear it and go and put it there in the dustbin by yourself. That one. In fact, it's more I used to still forget sometimes because it's a shock to me. Like, why do I have to? So I will go to what they call it. Even KFC in Nigeria, I will not try it and clear my plate. I will not try it. I will not go to the place to eat and go and clear my plate. You know, in Nigeria, we believe that every service we pay for, we enjoy it to the end. Like, I paid for it. You know, we are very, very entitled in Nigeria. Like, I paid for it. Even the ones we didn't pay for, we are entitled to talk more of the ones we paid for. I paid for it. You would work for me because I paid you. You will work for me. My brother and sister, yeah. Who when you go and eat in all of those restaurants in the mall, you will clear your plate. You will clear your plate yourself. Nobody's clearing your plate for you. You will clear it. And yeah, that one shocked me a lot too because I did not imagine that I'll pay for something and I will still be the one to like after eating, I will not be the one to clear the plate. So yeah, that's another thing that shocked me in Poland. And another thing. This one just came to my head now randomly that shocked me in Poland, guys. Is the fact that when you finish, like you have your waste in the house, you finish cooking, you finish sweeping, you're expected that when you are sweeping, when you see dirty paper, you put it in paper. In your house, so you have different bags for dirty, you put in paper. You put the ones that used to decompose together, food, you put them together. Bottle, you put them together. Like, I wouldn't, I'm still shocked till tomorrow about that one because it has caused problems for me severally in different apartments. The fact that I just cannot bring myself to have 4 different bags of dirty in my house because I have to share my debt because they need to recycle them. Like, I'm still shocked. I have always known that yes, the Western world, Europe and America and the rest, they have a whole lot of recycling system. I just did not know that it was that bad. Oh, sorry, it was this good. Let me not use the word bad. Like, I remember in a previous apartment, we had serious issues because of we don't share our dustbins appropriately. Like, paper has to be in paper, plastic has to be in plastic. Like, no, now bottle has to be in bottle. So that was another thing that shocked me. The fact that when I want to throw away dirty, I have to be so particular when I'm throwing away. Like, okay, this is bottle, go here. This is paper, oh, go here. This is plastic, oh. No, no, it's stressful, and but it is what it is. We're already there. It's their culture. It's their way of life. There's nothing we can do about it. We have to adjust and learn to live like that. So yeah, that's another thing that shocks me. That waste disposal system. It is crazy, but yeah, it is what it is. So okay, so let me just add this one for the last thing that actually shocked me in Poland. This is the last, is the fact that I feel like Poland, they have a beef with sugar. Yeah, they are angry with sugar, or sugar was maybe something that killed a lot of Polish people in the past. Like sugar, Poland has issues with sugar. Like, how can I be eating bread, salty bread now? bread. Bread that in Nigeria is so sweet. Like when you mold the bread, is it the yeast or the sugar or everything? It is just so yummy. Here in Poland, bread is salty, very salty. In fact, many things are salty. They don't put sugar. They don't like sugar at all. You can literally buy salty cake if you give this a chance. You will buy cake. The cake is supposed to be a chocolate cake. You will look for the chocolate inside. Or is it strawberry? You will look for anything that will cause you to eat sugar. They will avoid it for you. Even if you don't want to avoid it, trust me, the system will avoid it for you. There is no sugar. And that's another thing that still shocks me tomorrow because I used to feel like overseas people used to they have sweet tooths and stuff like that. Like that's why they eat a lot of chocolate and but at the long run in Poland it's a different ball game. People don't tend to like eat that much sugar in most of the food they consume. And yeah, it's still a shock and a mystery to me why they don't. But it's okay. I miss Agege by the way, but there's nothing I can do about it. So yeah, if you watched this video to this point, I want to say a big thank you to you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for staying true to the dreams. Thank you for supporting me. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, give this post a huge thumbs up, turn on your post notifications so that you will be the first to get notified when I make a video just like this. Thank you so much for all the love you have showed me on all of my previous videos, and thank you for subscribing to my channel. I love you guys. It is all love from my end. And until my next video, I see you guys and I love you. Bye.